I think shift relates to the work that we do because we're changing the way that we think about identities and brands, changing from old ways of thinking about it to new ways. Also, we're changing the ways that we use language and type and communication. So I think you see that in the work that we do. It's not the old way of doing it, we're shifting to a new and a different way of doing it. And I think it will keep shifting, and it will keep evolving and mutating over the next, I don't know, it'll probably get quicker and quicker. It'll mutate even faster, I think. I started doing those mashup projects like Phonetikana and the Mandagrams really out of frustration. I was frustrated by being unable to read Japanese. And so I wanted, but I had visited 3, 4, 5 times to Tokyo, and I kept thinking, this is ridiculous. I should have learnt more characters by now. And really what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to find ways to put languages together and trying to help myself understand and learn characters. So that's where it all came from. And there's nothing out there, so we then decided that we would try and do it ourselves. Firstly with Phonetikana, where we're taking phonetics and katakana and merging them, and more recently with Mandagrams, where we're using pictograms to help us understand Mandarin. And really it's just borne out of frustration, and also because there's nothing out there. It's very hard to learn these languages, so we're trying to design things that would help us. So it's partly selfish, but also it's a very interesting project to do. They're like research projects, and it's good for the soul to do things like that. Well, most of our projects come, people approach us with a project. They approach us with a problem that they want us to solve, the normal way. We do sometimes start our own projects, like the typography projects, because we want to do them. At the moment we're trialing 3D prototyping, and we're trying to do some 3-dimensional prototype typography, which will be very interesting. We're about to start that, and we haven't really been briefed to do that. We're just doing it because we want to do that. So we have different ways of working, and it's good for me and good for the designers to have. So we've just done Virgin Atlantic, the airline, but we're also designing a 3D font. Why not? Well, I would imagine that the people who want to be thinking about becoming designers now have a whole different frame of reference to when I was, a student or I was at school. And so there aren't record sleeves to make people want to be designers anymore. There's a whole different set of influences, websites or TV and motion graphics maybe would make people. And I think there's going to be a generation of designers who don't think about the different silos, if you like. They will think about it all at the same time. That's what I hope, anyway. Because at the moment it's a little bit in silos. If I need an animation designer, they will be here. If I need a typography, it will be here. And I'm hoping that things will all start to merge together. That's what I hope. Because people tend to be one or the other, and I'd like them to do many things at the same time.